I'm willing to bet $50,000 on this underconfident chef to see if she could start her very first business.
I want to have my own cafe.
If this works, she'll go from working in this very cafe to owning it. But if it goes wrong, she might prove to herself that she's not capable and the dream could be over.
I feel like people would call me as such a boring person.
And honestly, I didn't know which way this would go.
Every time I talk to someone, there's a 10 or 20 grand extra fee here and there.
I only had 4 days left of my holiday in New Zealand to help make this happen. So let me take you back to where it all started.
Excuse me, I need to speak to the chef about this. Can you get the chef for me, please?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you so much. Hi. This pasta is the best pasta I've ever had in my life.
Thank you so much.
You are so talented, and I have to ask you, what's your dream?
I want to have my own cafe.
Really? What would you call it?
I would call it either a cafe or a pink broccoli.
Why are you not already doing it?
I think funds.
How much do you need?
About 70. I think you need to start somewhere. Yeah. Selling this place.
Oh, they're selling it? Oh, really? How much are they selling it for, do you?
It's selling for like 67, 68, I think.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know about.
I think a restaurant, one of the things that's really hard to manage all the elements, right? But
Yes,
the rent, the rates, the staff.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem right now in New Zealand, right against it.
So Nav's dream is to open her own cafe, but currently she wasn't building something of her own because deep down she didn't believe she was capable of it. And even though the opportunity was right in front of her, she just hadn't taken that step.
Do you have any savings right now? I say.
It's because last year I had to help out my family, so all of my saving went to them.
You basically had to help your family out. That's why you're in this situation. Yeah.
In home, it was difficult. So I had to grow up really fast as a person who can actually take care of the family. So that really took a toll on my emotional health as well. It was difficult. It was difficult.
Nav had been through a lot. She'd learned how to take care of everyone else, but not how to believe in herself. And that was the problem. But luckily for Nav, I had an idea.
What I'd like to do is, how about I come back tomorrow and you present me the menu for your new restaurant? And then I'll try to help you figure out how to financially make it work. Should we do it?
So we came back the next day to see if Nav could create a new menu, because if she was going to build something of her own, she had to prove she was ready. But with only 3 days left until my flight home, time was already running out.
Okay, have you done it?
Found the menu.
You've done the menu, okay. What have we got? Let's have a little look.
Pulled pork belly, salmon cream cheese bagel,
Some Chris meal, okay.
French toast,
French toast.
a chorizo prawn spaghetti, and vegan goodness.
To be honest, I can see it written down, but I'm going to ask you to make this for me. I'd love to actually taste it for real. I think that's important. Can you do it? You sure? All right, let's do it. Show us where you're going to do it.
Nav had spent the night putting together her menu, but now came the real test. She had to cook everything for me, and there was a twist. She only had 30 minutes, and every single dish had to pass the taste test.
Salmon cream cheese bagel. Let's see what it's like. It looks good. First one, out of 5, is a win.
That's one down, but there are 4 more dishes to go. The clock is ticking, and there's no room for mistakes. One bad dish, and it's over.
Pulled pork bene. Let's see what this is like. Wow. I have never had a dish like that. That is so good. 2 out of 5. So far, so good, but it only takes one dish to be bad for the whole thing to fall apart.
The broccoli French toast was amazing, and that's 3 dishes down, but now the pressure was on. Time was running out, and every second mattered. One mistake here, and pink broccoli stays just a dream.
Cannot tell you just how good this is.
Now it all came down to the final dish, dessert. With barely any time left, there was no room for mistakes. This one had to be perfect.
Join me. Final dish. And if the dessert isn't good, there is no point in being involved. It's really awful. I'm joking. It's amazing. It's so good. Bless you. It's so good. You are so talented. Really?
I've been having like second thoughts lately about this career, but I think you being here yesterday brought it back.
For years, Nav had put everything into her work, but she was losing her passion for it.
I was actually looking for a job, not just a job in kitchen. I was looking at other options as well that are out there for me.
She was ready to walk away from her dream until I reminded her of her real purpose.
When that happened, it reminded me again that this is what I actually want to do for life.
But she had limiting beliefs that were holding her back from taking her dream a step further.
Don't really have a personality.
What? You don't think you've got personality? You have such a great personality.
I feel like people would call me as such a boring person. There is nothing to see here.
God, don't ever say that about yourself ever again.
The biggest thing holding Nav back wasn't her ability, it was deeper than that.
I personally think I am not a very interesting person. Like, I don't do anything. I work, I come home, I go back to work.
Nav didn't see herself as someone capable of building something of her own.
I have always hid myself away my whole life. I have. Sleep. No. I never wanted to be a center of attention ever.
If you don't want to be seen, it's very hard to build anything at all, because in business, especially in hospitality, you can't hide.
In the restaurant business, in my opinion, you have to own it
Yes.
to justify
Yes.
the effort.
Because otherwise it goes unnoticed.
But this business side is something we need to help you with, I think.
Nav had passed my challenge, but there was a clear limiting belief around her ability to run a business. She mentioned the business was for sale yesterday, so it was time for me to speak to Nancy, the owner.
Do you want to stay doing the restaurant, or what were you thinking for the long term yourself personally?
This has just been placed on the market
Okay.
for sale.
Right.
And I did, in the beginning, offer it to, the sale to her, at a fraction of cost.
And that's when things got more interesting. Nancy told me she had already offered the cafe to Nav.
So they asked me twice. I was like, no, it's going to be difficult for me. It's going to be a huge change for me.
She had the opportunity, but she didn't take it, partly because she didn't have the money, but more than anything, she didn't believe she was ready.
From a payment point of view, would you be able to take a monthly payment to pay it over time?
No, because there's a lot of carryover from
Previous debt still sitting. Okay.
correct.
But what we didn't realise at the time was that this debt would end up becoming a huge problem later on, which meant Nav's dream might not even be possible. But I saw something in Nav, and if she was willing to back herself, I was willing to help make this happen. But with only 2 days until I leave New Zealand, time was running out. So as a reward for Nav passing my first test, for her next challenge, I brought in one of the best chefs in the country to push her to think like a business owner. I met Nav the next day, where MasterChef judge and multiple restaurant owner Simon Galt was already putting her to the test.
Nav and I have been we've been brainstorming ideas for the menu.
This was all about proving she could build something customers actually want and not simply thinking like a chef.
What do you reckon?
Just the layers to it. Special.
Nav was delivering. She was adapting to Simon's advice and thinking like a business owner rather than a chef. And Simon's next piece of advice was perhaps the most valuable yet.
What makes it different from the guy who's doing it next door? I call it the extra 5% magic. We've got to tick that box with everything that goes on the menu.
But inside, there was still something holding her back.
I was just very nervous, like shaky handshake, anxiety sort of. Everybody around there is like, just keep it together, just keep it together.
So instead of overthinking it, we used Simon's 5% rule and put Nav to the test.
That message there, what do you think right now that you cook delivers that?
At the moment, my pasta does that.
This was her signature dish, and now it was being put to the test. Because if Nav was going to run this cafe, this is what it comes down to. Creating something with that extra 5%, something people actually come back for. And now it was time to try it.
It's mushroom. That does have 5% magic. It does, genuinely, doesn't it?
Nav wasn't holding on to her idea. She was willing to test it and make it better. That's what it looks like when someone starts taking ownership.
And as Nav started taking things more seriously, it made me think about something. When you're building something for yourself, whether it's a business, a brand, or even just a new direction in life, you're putting everything into it. And the last thing you want is for something stupid to take it all away. That's why I use Bitdefender.
ultimate small business security. It protects everything you and your team are doing online, from emails to links to logins. So you don't get caught out by scams, hackers, or anything dodgy. And the reality is, as you grow and start putting yourself out there more like Nav is doing, you're becoming more of a target. I've seen this happen so many times, and it's always the stupid stuff that catches people out. The best part is it just runs in the background. You don't need to be technical, you don't need to think about it, it just protects you. So if you're like Nav and you're building something, make sure you protect it. I'll leave a link below if you want to check it out. But even after everything Nav had just proven, there were still things standing in the way, because taking over the cafe wasn't going to be that simple. And the truth was, Nav had already been given this opportunity before, and she walked away from it. So the next day we came back to the cafe to speak to Nancy, but with only 24 hours until I had to leave, time was against us.
Look, I know you're at a stage where you want to sell, right? So I'm trying to figure out the economics for her and how it could work. What's amazing is how honest and transparent you are, but I think it's good that she knows the truth.
Nancy laid out the reality, what it would actually take and what could go wrong. But despite that, I was ready to make an offer.
I'll pay 25,000 cash, and I just need to know in the next 24 hours because I have to leave.
I'll let you know.
You'll let me know.
Yeah.
You're an amazing human, man. Okay, so I made her an offer. Let's see if she accepts.
Yes.
Okay. Just keep fighting this.
Yes.
The last mile is always the hardest, you know. Sometimes when you're fighting, the last mile is where people give up.
Yes.
So now keep pushing. Are you ready for the commitment?
Yes, absolutely.
For the first time, Nav wasn't just talking about the dream, she was stepping into it. But just as it started to feel real, we discovered something that changed everything. And with only 10 hours until my flight, this could end Nav's dream.
But there's a problem. The agent handling the sale of this business wants a massive commission that no one can afford. So I'm going to ring the agent.
James.
Hi James, it's Simon Squibb speaking. I was just calling up to see if there's any way we could work together to help this young lady's dream happen.
As we got further into the deal, unexpected issues came up, which meant the real price wasn't $25,000, it was closer to $50,000, and time was running out.
Let me speak with the current owner.
All right, call me back, let me know. I'll be on standby. You know, you need to get all the jigsaw pieces in place, and you need all the jigsaw pieces to be kind. That's a jigsaw piece that wants to do it, and he's kind. I can feel it.
I spent the next 5 hours on calls to the agency, sorting out fees and working out the taxes, but the costs seemed to keep going up and time was running out.
Every time I talk to someone, there's a 10 or 20 grand extra fee here and there. Like, I get so confused.
Pink broccoli was looking less and less likely.
I'm actually confused how much we have to pay now.
I then managed to meet the agency owner in person to see whether they could help us make Nav's dream a reality. But it turns out they needed an extra $10,000 agency fee, taking the cost to $60,000. And suddenly Nav's dream was hanging by a thread. So after a full day of negotiating, we managed to land on a number.
The final price is 50,000.
By working with the agency, we managed to get to a new number, but it was still double what I'd originally offered.
Let's go outside and chat.
Yep.
This has got really complicated.
It felt like the deal might fall apart. I had less than an hour until my flight.
And it's got it's got expensive.
But Nav had come too far. She'd proven she was ready, and I wasn't going to let her walk away from this again.
But but I just shook on the deal and the place is yours. It's done.
Huh?
You own it. It's yours. You deserve it so much. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you so
for you.
much.
Maybe open it. I think it might make you smile.
Please.
It's your new logo.
Thank you. It looks so great. Oh, it's all yours now.